So some students revise for a maths exam. They use an internet revision site, and the scatter graph shows the time 7 students spent on the internet revision site and the marks students got in their maths exam. So here's the information for 3 more students, and our task for part A is to plot this information on the scatter graph. So the thing we need to do is to check our axes, look at how many squares we've got between 0 and 2, and we can see that we've got 5. And look at how many squares we've got between 0 and 10, and we can see we've got 5. So if we look at the hours on the site, 7 with 50, and 7 is going to be halfway between 6 and 8, so it's going to be between the second and third mark, and then 50 is marked on. Now I'm drawing this on an iPad, and it's hard to be accurate with that, but I'm giving you the right information to plot it onto the graph, which will be much bigger in real life than it is in this picture. So halfway between 6 and 8, and in line with 50. So I'll try and put that on. So that will be sort of around there. It's not very good actually, but hopefully from what I'm explaining to you, you can see where it's meant to be. That's a little bit better. Then we've got to do 10 with 56. So 10 will be on the 10 line, and then as there are 5 squares between 50 and 60, we need to go to the third square. So it should be about where I'm putting the red dot. So we'll mark that on, 10 and 56. So the third dot around about there. That's again a bit difficult to put it on accurately with the equipment I'm using. We'll just have one more go. So around about there. And finally 16 with 78. So 16 with 78, well 78 is 1 square before the 80, because each square stands for 2. So we're about there, that's where I need to put it. So we'll put that in. And that's roughly right there. So 16 with 78. That's part A. So part B says, what type of correlation does the scatter graph show? Well, this is positive correlation. It's going up as you move from the right. You're going up as you move from left to right. So that's positive correlation. We're now asked to draw in a line of best fit. So that line has to sort of go through the points and keep us closer to as many points as we can, with maybe one above, one below, to draw as best you can through the points. But the line will be something like that. Okay, so importantly I've got a couple of points below, a couple of points above, going through most of the points. And we can use that to make an estimate, and we're told that a student spent 11 hours on the internet site. Use the line of best fit to estimate his maths mark. So 11 is halfway between 2 and 12, so we'll come up here, and it's just going to be, come across above 17. Now you can use a ruler. Again, it's a little bit difficult for me to do that by hand, but you go up. In fact, I've gone for the wrong mark there. Let's get rid of that. In fact, I can't rub it out now, so let's just draw it again between 11 and 12, and we come across. And so that's around 64 on the way I've drawn it. So we'll put in 64 marks. We do allow, the examiner will allow for the fact that lines might be put in slightly different places, but you should be able to draw accurately, show you drawing accurately between 10 and 12, so to indicate you're going up from 11 and then reading across to 64. And that's it.